live. Give me a second. 1, 2, 1, 6. Man, this instance been holding me down for a while now, man. I feel like I had this thing for years. Still rocking with it, man. All right, hey, shalom, shalom. We're gonna start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahawadah by Hashem Rakah Kodash. I want to say and give double honors to the apostles and the bishop elders, a great millstone for teaching his word and truth and sincerity and for ruling well. Salutations to our fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching and prophesying in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahawadah. Hey, honor brother Gabar Yahawadah.
This is the brother Kahanallah.
This is the brother Arya Al Yahawadah. Shalom.
And we the brothers from GMS Hawaii, and we come together, do this our weekly sit down. You know, tomorrow's camp, Lord willing, we all make it out there safe and get home safe. But before, you know, it's always good to, you know, be in the spirit. You know, even when it might feel like, you know, the spirit ain't on you. You know, just wait, sit in front of the computer. I was like a day ago, I would just sit in front of my computer, and the spirit ain't jump on me do a lesson till like later that night. So, you know, it happens, man. So just bear with it, man. But today's lesson is entitled Various Topics. We're going to talk about the MOTB. We're going to lead off with this video that Klaus Schwab, the head of the WEF, was speaking about, you know, because what they're moving to this whole digital world, this digital biological new world, the fusion of it is just a fancy way of saying they want to put the chip in you. You know, that's what they want to do. You got that video, Aaron Russo did a video with Alex Jones years ago, and he said it. He said, hey, the bankers' goals are to what? To chip everybody. And if you don't have that thing, you won't be able to live in a new society to come. You won't be able to what? Buy or sell. Go ahead and get Revelation 13:16 real quick, Khan.
This is the book of Revelation 13 and verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Break it down, bro.
That's right, man. And this is where the whole, you know, a world is heading to. That the digitalization of everything is leading to what? To the MOTB, man, which is gonna be that CHIP that Esau has been, you know, planning for decades, man. You know, like the brother mentioned, you know, Aaron Russo, that interview with Aaron Russo, you know, he told us, you know, that Esau wants to chip everybody, man, because that's pretty much them branding their property, so-called, you know, which ultimately, hey, the children of Israel, chiefly the elect, you know, we ain't property of nobody except of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. And this is why the Lord put the Ruach HaKodesh upon us to see the mysteries that are written in the scriptures, man. And to understand that that's that mark that is being spoken of here in Revelation, the 13th chapter.
Absolutely. And the key point in that mark is that you won't be able to buy or sell. So if anybody else is telling you that the MOTB, the market of beast, is something other than that, they're going off, man. Because the society that we live in, it's all about buying and selling. All right, it's all about um, it's about buying and selling. It's about exchanging of goods. That's everybody's life is run on that. What's the thing going on now with these women and men? You got to have all kinds of money to deal with these women. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have money, you can't get in. If you want food, if you want a clothing, if you want shelter, you got to have these things. You know, and if you don't, guess what? You're going to be asked. Yeah, I got it right here. Oh, let me share this video real quick. Can you read it again, brother?
God, this is the book of Revelation 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right. Read it in the NLT. See what it say.
So in the NLT it says, NLT it says, he required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on their right hand or in their forehead.
Right now, and what, like last week, the week before last, Elon Musk, they're in the process of doing a trial on a Neuralink, which put the chip in somebody's brain. And the brother got it up
Yeah,
there right now.
yeah, 18 hours ago they succeeded. It says,
Yeah, he said they
this is
succeeded.
from Business Insider. It says Neuralink faced many challenges in its bid to implant humans with brain chips. Here are the big takeaways so far. And then it says Elon Musk's futuristic company Neuralink has implanted a brain chip into its first human patient. Musk said the unidentified patient has fully recovered and can control a computer mouse with their mind. While the tech may feel like something straight out of Black Mirror, the chips have been in the works for years.
Yeah, they have been in the works for years, so they make you think that like this dude, Elon Musk, is bringing something new. First of all, he acquired that company Neuralink, right? And that's something that was a message given to him by the super elite, the bakers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, buy this thing because you're not gonna see Jacob Rothschild hop out the screen and be like, "Yo, I'm purchasing this." They use proxies. They always use proxy people to do their bidding, right? So then it said the chips have been in the works for years, man. Right? It says wow, and it's what about what gelling the biological with the technological. That's all it's about, right? And then having you think, oh, he can move a mouse with your head. So let's go ahead and read Revelations 13 and I think it's 15 or 14.
14.
Uh
He deceived
the
them that
miracles and signs and wonders. Yeah. Hold on. He had miracles. I'm sorry. Verse 13.
okay, kind. This is Revelation 13 and 13. It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven and the earth, or and Salakia, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Yeah. And then we already know that's it's particularly talking about the time and when Esau started dropping bombs on these different nations, man. Fire straight out of the sky, man. You know. But there was another read verse 14, Baba Kashaf.
Verse 14, it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to
Mm-hmm.
them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live.
And that beast is the beast system, the pagan Roman Empire. This is the second leg of it. We're in it. Um, the beast is NATO, the EU, right? So they want to make an image, or they want to make a image to this beast. right? That everybody will be deceived and getting it. Let's go back to that article real quick, you know, because one of those miracles, matter of fact, before you do that, go to look up the term miracle in verse 14.
Oh, and then okay. Yo, what the hell?
Did it freeze up on you?
Yeah.
All right, don't worry about it. It popped up. It popped up.
Yeah, but my mouse, I'm clicking.
Yeah.
Scrolling, but it's not. Damn.
Hold on. Oh, shit. I'll look it up, brother. I'll look it up in a second. That word for miracles in the Greek for Revelation 13 and 14. Oh man. Revelation 13 and 14. Hold on. I'm gonna share this. Give me a second. Come on, man. Revelation 13 and 14, the word for miracles, right, in the Greek is Simeon or Samion, which is a sign, a mark, a token. It says a wonder, a miracle, a prodigy, i.e. an unusual occurrence transcending the common course of nature. Right. So somebody using their mind to move around a mouse, or using their hand to open up a door and don't have to touch the door. Those are signs and wonders. And a lot of people, you know, you got people that are messed up in their head, their bodies too. So a lot of people got brain and spinal injuries. So the next thing you know, people going to start walking. Like last year was a man, he got a chip in his head. He was able to operate he was a paraplegic. He was able to operate his wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? Through the use of that chip, that brain chip, right? So these are these signs and wonders and these miracles, right? A miracle of miracles and wonders by which the Most High authenticates the men sent by him, or by which men prove that they are pleading as gods, or they are pleading as gods, right? And so like Esau, he's the god of this world, right? So he'll use these different things and he'll, you know, to deceive people, because it's all a deception. And eventually things gonna get so tight down here and so climactic down here that it's gonna go beyond the miracles. People gonna want it for convenience, for necessity. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I want to bring out this real quick video with Alex Jones speaking about this. You know, not Alex Jones, Aaron Russo. He was a director of a movie called what was that movie? Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, right? He produced the movie and whatnot. So give me a second, brother. I'm gonna share this video, and you'll let it come out of his mouth. Now they try to say that the man that he was working with, Nick Rockefeller, never existed, but he was trying to basically groom this man to become one of the to get on the committee of foreign what's it called? Foreign relations or something like, I forget the name of it. Yeah. But it's a lot of people that's on that committee, a lot of artists, a lot of actors, people that are very popular. You know, they're on this particular committee, and they work. And Esau will find a person that's able to galvanize other people and to lead other people. The Council of Foreign Relations, what it's called, and they'll get on this board, and then they're also being privy to private information. So real quick, let me play this real quick.
You know, chips. But the private banks in Germany and England, all over Italy, all over the world, they all work together. They're all central banks.
Right. He said that they all work together, and that's another reason why I'm bringing out some more information about CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, all these world banks, they're on board with changing their fiat currency into central bank digital currency. And right now they're all in. They have over 100 countries are in a pilot program. Even Jamaica, they're in a pilot program of using these things and implementing. And they're just testing out the bugs, making sure it works, so that when they bring this out full fledged, you know what I'm saying, that in their mind they're not going to have no hiccups. And just like when they was offering people the juice, they were giving you all these different conveniences and these gifts at first, right? Like one of the gifts of the chip is to be able to move a mouse with your head. Another one maybe to open up a door and pay for things and not have to use credit cards or debit cards or your cell phone, right? That's a convenience, right? And the same thing they did with the juice. They offered you burgers and fries. They offered you lottery tickets. They offered NBA tickets to a whole game. You know what I'm saying? And when that shit didn't work, they made it a necessity. You have to get this. You have to get the juice, or you can't go to work. You can't go into an establishment. You got to have proof that you got it. Well, it's the same way with the chip is going to be.
Yeah.
And they're all part of the Communist Manifesto. Central banking is one of the major planks of the Communist Manifesto. We talk about America being a capitalistic country, but yet at the same time, we have a central bank that plans everything for us, right? And the graduated income tax is another plank of the Communist Manifesto, right? So right there, you have two major planks in the Communist Manifesto that have been brought in because of the Federal Reserve System, okay? So the ultimate goal that these people have in mind is the goal to create a one world government run by the banking industry, run by the bankers, and they're doing sections. The European currency, the euro, and the European Constitution is one part of it. Now they're trying to do it in America with the North American Union, right? And they want to create a new currency called the Amero, right? And the whole agenda is to create a one world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is giving me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips. And so instead of having cash, anytime you have money in your chip, they can take out whatever they want to take out whenever they want to. If they say you owe us this much money in taxes, they just deduct it out of your chip digitally.
Total control.
Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your chip, and you have nothing. You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control of the people.
And that chip's connected to a database that has your purchasing records, what you do, what
Everything.
you sell.
Everything.
Yeah. So he said what? He said you can't buy. He said you can't buy food. You can't buy anything, and that's a necessity in this world. That's a necessity. So when you read Revelation 13 and 16, it tells you that, and that no man may buy or sell. You're not going to be able to use. You're not going to be able to use fiat currency, dollars. You're going to be able to use your credit card. You're going to have that they see it in order to be able to purchase in this new system. And that's what this whole thing is, a so-called new system. Let me share another video with Klaus Schwab speaking about the formation of. Go ahead and read your precept, John.
Well, I was gonna say real quick, and he spoke about a database, and they've been having that, like all the supermarkets, they'll give you that little that little keychain tag where, oh yeah, scan your card or put your phone number, and you get a discount and whatever. So like ESO got everybody hooked on that Internet of Things. When you buy certain things with certain credit cards, they'll give you like a discount. I've been doing the whole Uber thing at nighttime, and then the Uber app will tell you like, oh, if you go green, we'll help you. We'll give you this many thousands of dollars off of a new or fully electric car, and all that shit is what to push forward that agenda of total control, man. you know, to where everything is like controllable by Esau at the top, man. But I had this precept right here in the book of Second Thessalonians 2 and 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And that day, speaking of what? The day of the Heavenly Father's Son's return, Yahawah's return. And that falling away was what? The falling away of our people as a nation, which happened during what? The colonization of the Americas or chattel slavery. That was the falling away of Israel. And then it says, following, it says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And this is speaking about Esau Edom. And, you know, Aaron Russo and many other, you know, whistleblowers have been exposing Esau and their plans, man. But chiefly, you know, the prophets are the ones who are telling you who really these people are, man, and where you could find them in the scriptures, man, which is something that they've been hiding for hundreds of years, their true identity. Because they could say, oh, yeah, these families and these, but who are they and what's their purpose at the end of it all? You know, and the only one that has that answer is Yahweh Shema Shai. It says, who opposed
Hey,
you. Was that?
bro, can you bring up Ecclesiasticus 14:5? I had a brother Aria all read it.
Ecclesiasticus 14:5.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Sirach.
Ecclesiasticus, what was that, brother?
14:5.
14:5.
Yep.
Can you see that? Yeah.
Khan, I can see it. It says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods.
That's right, man. And ultimately, you know, like we were going into Esau Edom, man, his whole reason of being is to try and destroy the children of Israel for the blessing that they receive of the Lord, man, which in his eyes is it was unrightfully taken from him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where all his plans culminate, man, the
That's right.
destruction of the children of Israel. And this is why he's doing it, because he knows that ultimately us receiving that seed, that mark, is going against our power, man, because
That's right.
that pretty much is you bowing down to Esau, man, and
Yep.
forsaking the Lord. So as we were reading back here in the book of Second Thessalonians
Read verse 6.
of in Ecclesiasticus.
Yeah.
Okay,
It says, Ecclesiasticus 14:6 in the Apocrypha, there is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. And of course, that's speaking about Esau. You know, he envies himself. This devil, he don't care about himself. You know, so he don't care about nobody else. You know.
Yeah. So the whole premises of this MOTB is that it's good for the people. It's a better way.
Mm-hmm.
They use a lot of words like financial inclusion. They use words like financial inclusion, financial equity, something like that. Well, basically, it's supposed to be, yeah, fine. No, it's another word, but it's similar to that. They use words like, oh, it's easier, it's transparent, but they ain't telling you that they're tracking all your purchases and they're going to be tracking your movements and they're going to be tracking everything you do to keep you oppressed and in prison wherever you're at. You know, they don't want a free moving society. They don't want a free, open society. Never, not that the system has ever been free and open anyway, but what they're trying to do is they're trying to put the whole world in a captivity via this thing. And this man says, there's none worse than he that envieth himself. This is the recompense of his wickedness. Read verse 7.
says, verse 7, Ecclesiasticus 14:7, and if he doth good, he doth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness.
So here it is. This man claims with this chip, with this MOTB, this new system is supposed to be good for the people. But ultimately, in the end, his wickedness is going to be shown. He's going to declare his wickedness, which is now that you got that thing, you're going to be you belong to Esau and the bankers. You belong to the super elite. I can't find this video. I had seen this video. This guy named Noel Harari. I'm brothers familiar with him. He actually spoke about it. He said in the new system, you know, the new digital system, the only people that's going to really have, you know, these powers that they talk about with the digital, the abilities and the so-called transformation of from human to technology is going to be those that run that own the algorithm. He said for 99% of the people in the world, they're not going to have anything. They're just going to have that chip. And like Alex Jones said he was saying in that, I keep saying Alex Jones, Aaron Russo said in that Alex Jones interview, you know, basically you're going to be a slave to the bankers. When they say the bankers, that's the super elite. That's the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers. You know, they're going to use their system, and then, you know, they're going to have different levels. That's what the whole Council of Foreign Relations is. He, as you watch that video, he actually goes in and tells you that, hey, look, certain people, they're going to have more privileges than other people. You know what I'm saying? If you part of the in crowd, you're going to have a chip that says KMA, kiss my ass. You know, you can do what you want to do. But if you don't, you're going to have, and they're slaves too. They're slaves to the super elite too. They're not independent, right? They're just going to be on a higher playing field financially than the rest of the people, because it's only going to be two classes, the wealthy and the poor. But the super elite not going to come down and manage you. They're going to use other people to do it. But ultimately, you belong to them. Just like even now, like you have birth certificate, social security cards. Those numbers, they go back. We did the videos years ago. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. They kind of scrub most of them. But those numbers that pertain to you as a citizen in this country, they're worth money. And who's that money being paid to? The super elite. Who's the collateral for all the U.S. debt? You people. And it go the same way with all these countries. It don't matter what country you're in. You belong to the super elite, but they want to keep a better track on you. So if you go against them, and that's where the wickedness come in, you go. Well, the wickedness first is that you took that off, and you basically pledged your life to the system. So now Esau is your God. The super elite is your God, versus YAHAWADAH, like the priest Khan said earlier. We don't belong to you Edomites. We don't belong to the Rothschilds. We belong to YAHAWADAH.
That's right.
Okay. Also, can you get Revelation 14:9? I had a brother I'll read it.
Hey, can I mention this real quick?
Go ahead, brother.
That same precept, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 14, verse 7. I'll start at verse 6. It says, no one is worse off than someone who is stingy with himself. It is a sin that brings its own punishment. And check out verse 7. Yeah. Good news translation.
Hold on, brother.
You got it.
So that's why you got poor Edomites. You got poor, you got downtrodden Edomites. And Esau got all the money. He ain't gonna help them people. He don't look at them people like they're him. He call them poor whites. They're trash. They're nothing.
Yeah.
That's how he looks at his own people.
His own people.
You know what I'm saying? In our kingdom, in the kingdom of heaven, ain't gonna be no poor Israelites. Not one. It ain't gonna be no downtrodden Israelite. It ain't gonna be no Israelite without. Every Israelite gonna have. Every Israelite gonna share in the rulership of YAHAWADAH. Every Israelite, man, woman, and child, from the least to the greatest. But in this society, only the greatest get to enjoy the fruits of Esau's blessing. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 7, same precept, Sirach 14. When such a person, speaking about Esau, when such a person does something good, it is only by accident. His selfishness will sooner or later be evident.
Yeah, so it says
then-
if he do good, it's by accident. His selfishness will be shown sooner than later, man.
Sooner or later,
Because he the good. I mean, look at all the stuff we in this society. You talk about they use GMOs, right? They started out saying that GMOs were good for the people because those people who don't have access to foods, now you have genetically modified foods, but the foods don't have no seeds, so it don't have no it don't have no proper nutrients in them shits. Then you find out that shit is poison. Then you find out that shit is killing you. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with the juice. Everybody go get it, and then when people started getting sick, people started dropping off. People started falling off. They told you it was good in the beginning. They brought the whole show out. They had everybody come out. They had Magic Johnson. They had that nigga, that nigga in the spirit world now. Bill Russell will tell you that this is a shot that I will not block. You know what I'm saying? And now he's playing pickup in the spirit world.
His
You know
ass
what I'm
got
saying?
blocked.
Yeah, that nigga Hank Aaron, the nigga that the nigga that hit all on fucking home runs and shit. He's playing in the outfield in the spirit world, man. And I'm being facetious when I say this, but the point of the matter is that they're in the spirit world, and they were used as deception tools to get the mass of the people. And like when this thing come out, they're gonna really pull out the stop. You're gonna have Beyonce, you're gonna have these people that covet other people's talents and shit. They're gonna come out and they're gonna put it on. LeBron gonna be slam dunking with the chip in his hand. This is a dunk that I can't miss. This is a chip that I don't have to play 6 games for. You know, I have the real. You know, go ahead, brother.
God.
That was it.
Well, verse 8 says, "A selfish person is evil. He turns his back on people's needs."
And that's right, because that's what it's all about. And people gonna think that getting this thing is gonna be something to help them for their needs. But Esau's gonna turn his back on you. I don't know, y'all remember years ago, there was a video, Trump, he threw paper towel at the niggas in Puerto Rico that courthouse. It was like, and then his woman had a jacket on that said, I think that said nobody cares or who cares, some shit like that. Like showed you that they don't give a fuck about you, bro.
They don't give a fuck.
And then people gonna be running to this man, and all hell breaks loose, and it's pandemonium and starvation and famine start spreading and disorder and chaos. They're gonna be running to this man because they don't have no faith. But if you get this device, you're gonna be destroyed.
Yeah, if it was up to Esau, man, he would just come down upon everybody through violence, man. But he knows that he can't, control his armies or men to actually go and just, round everybody up and force everybody to do shit. So he has to use what? Deception, man. That's why it says, if he do it good, he do it unwillingly. So Esau don't want to help nobody. Esau don't want to go up and say, "Oh, we care about the most in need and shit." He don't give a fuck about nobody, man. But guess what? He has to do is to convince people to do what he wants them to do, man. And that's why he's doing all these miracles. That's why I wanted to bring up this precept, in Thessalonians real quick. It says, 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 4, it says, "Who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God and that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is God." And this is talking about Esau. And then if you jump down real quick, Salakia, was it in this precept? Yeah, right here. So it says in verse 9, "Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, the deceiver, or with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved." So Esau Edom is coming with what? With signs and lying wonders to make you believe in what he's so-called preaching, peace and a better tomorrow, a green agenda, all these things that sound so cool good that supposedly is gonna save humanity, But at the end of the day, he's coming with what? With deception, man, with unrighteousness. He's bringing you a device that's gonna pretty much force you to worship him, no matter what you do. Once you take that shit, you are fully dependent on Esau, man.
The ones that fall for it are those that didn't receive the love of his truth, that they might be saved. We're telling when we're out here right now. We're speaking against this because if you take it, you're not going to be saved. Unlike what these Christians teach you, that they're already saved and that they saved by the blood, they covered by the blood of Jesus. No, they're not. Because when this thing is going to come, hey, Ariel, can you get the precept where it says that you got to look it up? It says it's going to try. I think it's like Revelation chapter 3 where it says it's going to try them that be in the world, all that's in the world. This is going to be a trying time for all the people that are in the world. Like this, but the Lord said He's going to keep those that kept His word safe from this, right? And those that took the love, that accepted the love of the truth, is the elect. So the only ones that's going to be deceived is the 2/3 of Israel, right? That's the only ones that's going to be deceived. It don't matter if these other nations take it; they're going to be destroyed either way. They don't have no way out of this. But our way out is YAHAWADAH. You got it, brother? Oh shit, Slakia.
It's
sorry, brother.
Revelation. It's Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10.
Yeah, go ahead and read that.
Yep, it says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth."
And that word "world" there, it should be oikumene, which is that word "world" there is oikumene, which is the whole entire earth. So not just
Everybody.
Israelites going to be tried, but every human being in this earth is going to be tried by this, whether you great or small. And that temptation is in a Greek word there is paramos or pyrosmos, which is an experiment or an attempt, a trial. So this is a trial for everybody's faith.
Yeah.
Pyrosmos, which it says trial, proving trial made you by the bodily condition, since conditions serve as a test, as to test the love of the Galatians toward Paul. So this is going to be a test, and really ultimately it's YAHAWADAH chip. Because he don't want everybody. He don't want all Israel, especially here in America. So at the end of the day, he's using his man, but we're warning you. We're letting you know that this wrath is coming, because that's a part of his wrath. And that it says in enticement to sin, because getting that all in your hand, that's an enticement. That's a sin. That's a sin. You cutting your skin. You getting that all placed in there, and basically you making a covenant between you and the devil in the flesh, Esau, Edom, right? So when you catching all this hell, you're gonna have the ability or the faith to get through that. The only ones that are going to have the faith to get through that is the elect of YAHAWADAH. It says an enticement to sin, temptation, whether arising from desires or from the outward circumstances. What's going to be some of the outward circumstances? All hell breaking loose, the financial system collapsing, and it's really not collapsing. It's just a controlled demolition, like 9/11. It's a controlled demolition of the current financial system. There's going to be a lack of goods, a lack of services. So people are going to be catching hell. It's going to be violent. Those times are going to be trying people. But the ones that's going to be able to be brought through that is going to be the elect of Israel. It says an eternal temptation to sin. It says of condition of things or mental state by which we are enticed to sin. Because when all hell's breaking loose, it's going to be opportunities for you to go off. You know what I'm saying? And that main opportunity to go off is having Esau as your idol. It says adversity, affliction, trouble. Hey, get Ariel, get Jeremiah 30:7.
Jacob's trouble.
Jeremiah, yep, trouble sent by the Most High. You see, all this is sent by YAHAWADAH, serving to test or prove one's character faith and holiness, and that's what we're going through. So, you know, you look at what we're doing right now. This is like being in school, brothers. We're being educated. Educated means bringing out what's already in you. And we're schooling you in these different periods of your life while walking in this faith. That's all part of the getting you geared up to pass the test. That faith.
This is going to be
that faith that you have is going to have to be at a certain point. You ain't going to just wake up, oh, I got faith, and you're going to be able to, nah, man. You don't know the name of the Heavenly Father. You've been listening to these deceivers. You've been listening to Esau. So you're done. What you say, brother?
That's why it's important that we pray as much as we can now to Yahawah Shai, because these so-called little battles that we win, skirmishes or whatever, trials and temptations that we overcome through the spirit of Yahawah Shai, prepares us for that ultimate test. Because that MOTB, that's going to be the ultimate test. Hey, when you don't have no money to buy or to sell or to go buy you some groceries, your only choice, our only choice, is to depend and trust in Yahawah Shai to provide those things for us. But these people out here in the world, when they're not going to have no other options. So the majority of the people, they're going to take that thing. But the elect, and we hope and pray that we are, you know, part of that elect. We're gonna pray to Yahawah Shai and trust in Him. We might go. I've heard elders and brothers say you might go 2-3 days with no food, you know. But during those times, you're gonna have to trust and pray in Yahawah Shai. Hey, Priest Kahan, can you bring up Jeremiah 30 verse 7, and I'll get that precept that the brother requested. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Because this is ultimately what it's going to lead to. Jeremiah, what is it? Is it Jeremiah? I try to say it properly. Jeremiah 30 verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It's going to be like no other time in history. I mean, you can imagine it now. I got some money. We all got some money. We can go to the store around the corner and get something to eat. But imagine that day come. You don't have no money to buy you, not even a bag of chips. So what we're going to have to do, trust in the Lord. It says, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Saved out of it by who? Your trust and faith in Yahawah Shai. That's going to be all we have, you know? And the Lord has given us examples. Who was the prophet that the raven brought food to? On the bank of the river. You know, he had water to drink, and the ravens brought him food. You know, during the famine, during that time of the famine, you know, that prophet, he trusted in Yahawah Shai. He didn't give in. Elijah, he didn't take shortcuts. You know, he trusted in the Lord, and Yahawah Shai provided for him. Imagine that, bro. A raven bringing you food every day to eat. You know, might have been steak and potatoes, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know what it was, but it was something. It was enough to get the brother through. He was doing with a prophet. It was something to get him through, and that's all. It takes faith. It takes faith. Even Daniel, when he was in the lion's den, he was fed. He was fed by the Most High using. He was fed by Yahawah Shai using Habakkuk.
That's right.
You know, Habakkuk never been to Babylon. He couldn't even tell you where it was located. But the angel, through the spirit power of Yahawah Shai, transported him there, and the food that he was cooking, he gave it to Daniel. And he was like, Daniel, here go your food. And then Daniel was like, hey, I know that the Lord is with me, man. And not only did he not get eaten by those lions, he was able to have food to sustain him for the next day.
Right.
So he was able to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? That man got thrown in the lion's den twice. You know, he got thrown in the lion's den. Yeah, and he got delivered. So, you know, look at those of old whom ever called on the Most High's name, and did he ever despise, man? And there's none. You got something, Kahan?
No. Well, that word for trouble in Jeremiah 30 and 7 is the Hebrew
Taza
word
Tazarah.
tasarah, and it
Tazarah.
says of distress, affliction, adversity, anguish, tribulation, straits, and this is all the things that we're gonna that we're gonna go through, man, because like we read in Revelation 3, it says that it's gonna be the hour of temptation that's gonna befall upon the whole earth, man. So it's not just gonna be on the believers of the Lord, man. It's gonna be the whole earth, because Esau, in order for Esau to try and get the elect, he's gonna have to bring this upon all people, man. The war, the chaos is gonna fall upon the whole world, man.
Yeah. And if you take that chip, you're not part of the elect. You're not part of the elect. Go ahead and read it, Revelation 14:9.
This is Revelation 14:9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Right, and that's talking about nuclear fire. That fire, the fire and brimstone is the nuclear fire. All right, the nuclear destruction. It's not a place called hell where you burn it underneath of the earth and they say hit you with a pitchfork and punch you in the face. No, it's and the angels in your house side just sitting there eating popcorn. No, it's the time of the end of this world, because this place is going out by nuclear fire. Okay,
That's right.
and if you take that chip, the ultimate punishment for that is going to be that, and you're going to be, we're going to watch it. Well, when we part of the elect, so we're going to see it from the chariots, from an aerial view, and America's going to look like a lake on fire, and
Right.
all them people that took that chip and trusted in this man, all them Israelites that took that chip and trusted in his man's system, they're going to die and burn right along with his system, right, through gnashing of teeth. Go ahead.
Right. Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they had no rest day nor night, who worshiped the beast and his image, and whosoever received the mark of his name.
Right, and it says up on the top, the doom for worshipers of the beast. Remember, it said that it's a temptation and sin. So if you worshiping something, then that's your God. So you worshiping the beast system. You know how
Right.
Jake is. Jake want to get the bag. All they talk about is money. So you telling me they cut the money off, the fiat currency off, and they tell you got to get the new thing, they're gonna run right to it because they worship this system. They worship it, and that's
Jake is
idolatry.
carnal.
Yeah, Jake is super carnal right now. So let me play this video real quick. Let me share this real quick.
For a world where we see a fusion of our physical, our digital, and our biological dimensions. So it will be a world integrating the physical, biological, and the digital dimensions. So it will be a new world. And
yeah, it'll be a new world system. It will be a system fusing the physical, the digital, and the biological, because you're not going to be able to move. You're not going to be able to do anything without being tracked and traced the whole way through it, right? And the key point of that is that MOTB.
I'm looking for a minister in 10 years. Probably it will be completely different from what it is now. But
We ain't gonna be here in
as you
10
also
years,
mentioned in your
mofo.
speech, I think
Yeah, that's right, man. We're going to be out there before that. This is their dream. This is part of their the devices of the crafty. Yeah.
10 years.
Can you get Job? Can you get Job chapter? It's a scripture where it said when he is about to fill his belly, when he fill his belly.
Job 20 and 23.
Yep.
This is the book of Job 20 and verse 23. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
So when they think that they got this system off the ground, they got everybody chipped, everybody that matters to them, right? They got everybody chipped. The whole world's in their grip. The world's going to rain that nuclear fire on them. And these super elite, they know the nuclear war is coming. So that's why they got their digs out. They got the deep underground military bases. They're in locations that's not going to be hit by these nuclear missiles. They're in those locations, and they think that they're gonna, when this thing goes down, they're gonna, you know, like a phoenix rises out the fire, right? The eagle, their filthy bird. The phoenix is a mythical creature, mythical bird, but it, you know, it's gonna rise from the ashes newer again. And that's why he's talking about it's gonna be a new system. It's gonna be a new world, right? A new way of buying and selling, transactions, right?
As you also mentioned in your speech, I think we have to remain optimists. Thank you. And when I was speaking here 7 years ago, after having written a book about the fourth industrial revolution, I showed how this revolution will change how we live, how we act, how we communicate, how we put.
You got that dude Tucker Carlson that had that interview with Putin sitting right there in the crowd, man. He's an insider, man. They don't just let anybody in this meeting. You got to be somebody.
Use and how we consume. Now we are
Gotta be a demon.
Now we are speaking not just about the fourth industrial revolution, how we communicate, how we produce, and how we consume. Now we are speaking not just about the fourth industrial revolution. We are speaking about the transition of humankind into a new era, which is not just characterized by technological change. A new era where humankind will enjoy many more opportunities and possibilities.
Yeah, that's the cat right there. That's the cat game. You gotta enjoy many more opportunities and possibilities. You're not gonna have any possibilities. There's gonna be no opportunities for you. If you're an Israelite, you don't have a place in the New World Order. Okay?
It's a transition. It's a transition from we first had the transition about 100 years ago from the agricultural society to the industrial society. But today, we speak about the transition into what I would call the intelligent age. And I did something maybe unusual. I took ChatGPT and I had a long discussion with ChatGPT, with my pot, if I may say so, to see how this new era will look like.
Yeah, and that ChatGPT is their AI system. You know, this man thinks he's the Most High. This man thinks he's the Heavenly Father. What is it, brother?
No, I got a quick precept when he said that came to mind. Job 14 verse 5. Job 14 verse 5. The brother can bring it up. Priest Kahanallah, Baba Shah. Job 14 verse 5. Because you can see this devil, he sounds super confident that they're going to do everything that they plan to do. He talking about 10 years from now. Man, we don't want to be 10 years from now. 10 years from now. We ain't trying to hear that. This is Job 14 verse 5. Seeing his days are determined. Determined, the number of his months are with thee. With who? YAHAWADAH. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So YAHAWADAH has already determined how far he can go. He ain't going to go no 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say, I claim that fool as my slave in the kingdom. I want a piece of him.
You gonna have
You
to
know what
wait. You have to wait in line for that, brother. You have to wait in line for that, brother.
If nobody
It's
else
okay.
claimed him as their slave, I want him.
Yeah, all of them coming, man.
I want a piece of
They all
that.
coming. You gonna have to wait in line to get him.
I'll wait in line behind him.
Yahawashai gonna get him first, man.
Yahawashai gonna
Praise
get
the
him
truth,
first.
man.
Hey, if
Yeah, this is,
Yahawashai get him first, ain't gonna be nothing left.
Oh, it's gonna be plenty, man. It's gonna be plenty. We got that power, man. But it says, this is when the central bank digital currency development enters the next phase, right? It says right here,
Wow.
the Bahamas, Jamaica, and Nigeria have already introduced CBDCs, and more than 100 countries are in exploration stage. Central bankers in Brazil, China, the Euro area, India, India, and United Kingdom are at the forefront. The IMF recently launched a virtual CBDC virtual handbook to collect and share knowledge with policymakers around the world to serve as a basis for the IMF's engagement with the country authorities. And remember what Aaron Russo said, these bankers, they all work together. These are all central banks in these different locations, and they're all working together, right? Because they're going to use that finance, the new way of finances to get the people to get chipped up, right? That's the new way. It says the chapter published so far covers a process of how central banks explore central bank digital currencies, a guide to central bank digital currencies, product development, implications of central digital currencies and monetary policy transmissions, central bank digital currencies' role in promoting financial inclusion as a risk-free and widely acceptable form. Remember what he said, that it's going to open up new possibilities and good stuff, right? It says a widely acceptable form of digital money. You see, as a risk-free and widely acceptable form of digital money with potentially lower costs and greater accessibility, CBDCs can increase financial inclusion if properly designed to replicate some of the properties of cash. CBDCs could gain acceptance as a payment mechanism for financially excluding populations and be an entry point to the broader formal financial system, and that's what they want to do. They want to bring people into this new system, and they want everybody in it. You got people walking around with no bank accounts. You got people walking around with no access to funds. Well, they're gonna give you the chip, and then they tell you, like, look, you got to do this, and on that chip, everything is gonna be restricted and regulated. It's not new. It's not the same way that you use money today. You can go buy you a beer. You can go buy you a wine. You can go get you some box. You ain't gonna be able to do that with the new system. You're only gonna be able to buy certain things within your area and within your means, and everything's gonna be on a ration system. And that's what it's all about.
That's what
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Total control.
Yeah, that's all I had, brothers. Anybody else got anything else? Closing precepts?
Nope.
All right. Go ahead, brother. You got some kind?
Yeah, I had this one real quick. In the book of Daniel 8 and verse 25, it says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And that word, craft goes into deceit, deceivableness. And this is what we're seeing, Esau is passing these policies to so-called help humanity and help those that don't have access and all that BS that he spews. But like we read earlier, is for what? For an ulterior motive, which is control, man. It says, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, which he's already doing. Esau really believes he is God, man, the Most High. It says, and by peace shall destroy many, and he shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. So, Esau, he's creating this system, man, to be like the Most High, have the power to say, you know what, if you don't do what I say, that's it, your life is over. And it's gonna get to a point where he's gonna even try to fight against our Lord and Savior Yahweh, man. But as we know, he's gonna be a losing battle, man. Because Esau, everything Esau has, the Lord gave unto him, man. And he just, he's in this position where you know, the power, the knowledge that the Lord gave him has puffed him up to the point where he really believes he could defeat the Son of the Most High, man.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
this particular precept, it also goes back to we use precepts for as a duality, right? But I think this particular precept focused more on Antiochus Epiphanes the fourth. You know what I'm saying? When he did that, you know, he the one that did that. How he was broken without hands. The Lord gave him a sickness in his stomach. You know what I'm saying? But Esau doesn't it? He does that to this day too. Because all of these things they're talking about peace and safety, right? That dude Klaus Schwab, you know, the whole new system's supposed to be more safe, more peaceful for everybody. That's what it's claiming. But it ain't about everybody. It's only about a few, and everybody else are just slaves. And these nations, they're already with it. They're these leaders from these different nations. They want their people enslaved to the super elite. They want them to be in captivity to the super elite. They don't care. So they show you that your leaders are all bought and paid for it. You know, Klaus Schwab is like that nigga. Remind me of the Emperor from Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars, man. You know what I'm saying? He was the ugly nigga with the Dark Lord, the Sith Lord. You know, and that's what that nigga is. He's a Sith Lord, but he's gonna be destroyed, man. You know, like he going into captivity right along with the rest of his super elite and the ones that he worked for. He's going into captivity because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of super elites that we don't even know their names, bro. They just there.
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a ton of them out here. So, you know, they're going to be all handled, you know, with care. You know what I'm saying? It's a that and say, Shalom, give all praise and honor and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, say double honor to the apostles and Shalom to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.